Good morning, everyone. This is always in response of something I see, and I'm going, why just give people always half of the stuff? So I want to show something first. So I haven't been in the barn in a while, and I got out here. This is Bo's stall. Oh. Dump that out real quick. This is Bo's stall, and I had to get everything from the outside in. Haven't been in a barn in a few days. Here is Sage's. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a big pile. Didn't have to add anything on here. Also, moving all from the kick it out to the sides. When I do that, and it doesn't get raked in every day, which I do, this is Charlie's. He didn't need anything extra. Look at this. All from the sides, right? And then here is Maverick's. And Mary, see that? That's from last night or yesterday. And this is from yesterday. Because this is where he pees and it runs all out here if I don't do this. Well, I could just use a whole bunch of sawdust, which we have to go and get ourselves. It is free, but this is great. By tomorrow, I'll take all this out and that, whatever else is left. And I needed just a little bit here. So, basically, I got 2 shovels of sawdust. That is all I needed, okay, for all of them. Whereas other people, when they do the barn design, use 5, 6 shovels. Okay, so why take it all from the outside to the middle? Well, this is a log barn. It's hot and humid, and for certain insects, ants, roly-polies, and other stuff. It takes very little time for them to start building flies, a nest, and a net, to procreate. And I don't know what. If it's left long enough, right, you suddenly have an invasion going on. Right? So it's not about killing the critters. We don't need to do that. I just must make sure that in the barn here, with all of our animals, I don't have an environment where suddenly I have wildlife from out there that should be out there moving in here. And then could potentially create some problems for our animals' health in the barn. You see? Right. So, having said that, let's get, here's a big boy. He's just growing and growing. It's amazing the size of this, half an elephant or something. So, why am I saying all this? Why am I showing this first? It's called prevention. It's called prevention, and every day you prevent. One other little example where we didn't, it was my fault, because I know in our woodshed we ended up having a yellow jacket's nest, and they like to not just be up whatever, but in the ground. And there was a bunch of wood, and they had a great time building their nest. Nobody moved it. Nobody cleaned up in there after wintertime, this snap. And what I do usually 2 or 3 times a year, go in there, clean up, check for snakes, this snap, right? Yes, didn't do that this year. Okay, I was gone for part of the time, but still. And sure enough, I got stung. My brother-in-law got stung, right? And it took us poison this time, right, to take care of it. Not happy about that. I have to blame myself for that, right? So, okay, well, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit over here, a little bit behind me, this snap, and suddenly you're looking at how much poison did I need to use now? Or how much havoc did that just create? Because I wasn't on top of things. I didn't prepare properly. All right. So that's finally taken care of. I'm looking at the woods. I'm going to have to put everything outside, have it get rained on. Otherwise, I can't use it in the stove in the house. Fumes, this, that, could make us sick now, right? But if I put it outside and just let it, it'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. Or we'll use it in our campfire, make sure we're not having s'mores that night. Okay. So, but I'm leading up to a post that I saw where, I'm coming, guys. Guns isn't the problem. It's people not believing in God anymore. It's people not this, it's people not that, da da da. And the parents not teaching their children anymore, and da 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 da. This and I'm looking, I'm going, I went in and said, you forgot one. Bullying. The bullying of people, especially children and young adults, by children and young adults, that's going on out there. Well then, which would, again, prove all the other points. Yet, that was not mentioned. There is so much bullying going on out there that it is just about not recognizable anymore, because in one form or another, we're all a part of it. How could a small group of people and then some specific instigators at the time, which had black umbrellas and masks on, how were they able to control parts of a city, demonstrate to the point of absolute destruction, even of human life? How is that possible if there wasn't bullying going on there? And anybody do anything about it? For months and months and months. That is very interesting to me. So, as I have mentioned bullying before, when that post came up, oh, it sounded really good. I mean, hello, these are all people, point the finger, oh, it isn't guns. Well, can we get away from that one? Because, yeah, people, it is guns. It is guns too. And I'm not saying people shouldn't have guns for the proper, if you're getting a gun to make sure you can shoot someone else, one of your fellow citizens here, yeah, but that's for defending myself. Okay, if you're getting a gun, are you hearing me? I would say if you're getting a gun to defend yourself against your neighbors and your citizens in your own town, in your city, in your state, then move somewhere where we are actually still getting along with each other. Because right there, something's not right. And every mass shooting out there we've had lately was through people who mental health issues, this and that issue. The thing is, we didn't get to talk to them, did we? Yeah. Be kind of interesting. What? So, where did this all start? Our young people, older people, employed people, so unhappy out there that then through the internet, they find other like-minded people who are so unhappy for one reason or another. Bullying, they were bullied enough, they had enough. Most of them are on suicide missions. Like the one in that state park, 6-year-old child, dead. Why? What happened there? You see? The thing is, what this all becomes eventually isn't a finger-pointing thing. What this all becomes is we have a problem in our society and we're all responsible for it. It's called a collective sin, right? Yes, it is. And that is the bottom line. So we can't just point fingers out there and then, I want to keep my gun, so I'm going to make sure I know which side I'm on. I'm going to keep so that, regardless, I'm not going to care. I said, what kind of gun do you need? Can't people just agree that AR-15s and other semi-automatic weapons do not need to be in the hands of civilians? We can't do that. We need to have all that right. We need to have that right. Now, okay, the Republicans now, they're like that, right? Oh, gun manufacturers, oh, I'm sure, yeah. Anybody that sells guns, this snap, but gosh, you really think you wouldn't sell still enough? Oh, well, those certain ones are really expensive, so that really upends the sales. All right, as I just said, we all become a part of a collective sin, and that's what it is. We all become responsible for these mass killings out there, for people's lives taken by guns, this, now. I'll give you another example. Yeah. Oh, and then, of course, do you have the instigators with the black umbrellas and the masks on to egg you on even more, where then you suddenly can't think anymore yourself. Okay. So, but here's another one. I lost my thread. Well, anyway. So there it is. I think I'll just do it this way. This time, right, buddy? Yeah. It's become quite clear to me that either side isn't making any sense anymore, and anytime possible, God is either being used, or the freedom over my body is being used, or. Okay? And again, so for example, in these black neighborhoods, okay, where these gangs and all that, drive-by shootings, killing each other, bro on bro, blah, 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 okay? Every once in a while, a child, an elderly person, oops, well, okay, we're in a wrong time, wrong, whatever, wrong place, wrong time, right? How about, I don't see, why don't good people in these neighborhoods who say, oh, well, we can't go anywhere, we can't afford it anywhere, I'm going, well, really? Why not? I don't know. Okay, this is me. I've been in diverse neighborhoods. I've been in neighborhoods where other diversities, other minorities moved this. There wasn't not one time in a neighborhood that I lived in that other minorities had to worry about moving in. But if as a white person you want to move into one of their neighborhoods, hell, you better worry. Okay, you guys get this? Right. So who's the problem here, really, when it comes down to it? And why aren't you demonstrating in your own neighborhood saying, we're done, we want you out of here. Either start behaving and helping us out as gangs as you are, this and that. We want the drugs out of here. We want all the pornography out of here, the prostitution out of here, and the drive-by shootings out of here, and the guns out of here. How come you're not protesting that? Wouldn't that be one of the right starts? In my opinion, it is. Again, who to blame? Find someone to blame. Like me? Because I'm white? Blame me because I'm white. Worked hard all my life, started with nothing. Oh, that's because you were... Come on now. I cleaned toilets. I cleaned people's homes. I babysat other people. Oh, I was trustworthy enough to do that. I started as a volunteer somewhere, then they liked my work. Gosh, you guys really think just because you have a different color on your skin makes things so much harder for you? Look at your own life and then be honest about why. I'm just saying. Oh, here she goes again being mad. Hey. Go. That's not your food. You'll be already fed. So again, even with these mass shootings, this and that, where there's one person and that's will keep happening, and people are, well, why is this happening? What's going on? Well, then how about we look a little more at ourselves. In your neighborhood, who's bullying who? It starts in the school. It starts at home, for that matter. And then when people actually want to break out of certain situations, they're being bullied from within. Oh, so you don't, I don't approve of shooting people anymore. Yeah, I don't approve of, stealing anymore. No, I don't want to be a rival of another gang, this and that, and, and then accidentally kill a child. Or, I don't want to do that anymore. I think I'm going to go do something else, like get a job. I clean myself up and get a job. And then they're being bullied. Sometimes to the point where the threats are, they can't get out. That's really sad. But again, who's allowing that in their neighborhoods? Who's allowing that? I know one can change a neighborhood. I know. Because with another family, we've done that. It can be done. But you have to get rid of the bullies. Or you have to re-educate the bullies. Or you have to let the bullies know, no, that's not going to work here. So, there it is. Right? And bullies, they can be either rich or poor, young or old, male or female, and so on. So that's where we need to start. You acknowledge bullying, you address bullying, and if you don't, it all becomes a collective sin if you like it or not. We all become responsible for every life taken in our country through a gun. If we like it or not, and that includes people who rightfully were shot, and people who were just downright murdered. It doesn't matter. To God, the principles of love and the principles of creation, that doesn't matter. You see? Yeah. You don't get a free card out of jail once you go to spirit world. So I had my say, needed to be said. Yeah. I know that post was, in a way, just well meant per se, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. All right, God's love and blessings always. We have a new school year coming up. Please, teachers, principals, parents, make time to go to the school and watch the children. And if there's bullying going on, please stop it. Take the children who bully someone else aside, and maybe you need a special class to teach bullies not to bully. Oh, well, that would make more sense than having transgenders, transvestites, and I don't know what in schools teaching children what? Oh, okay, got it. All right. Oh, isn't that a part of... No, people... Okay. Know the difference. A child being pushed into certain activities that they, number one, should never even know about, rather than one man, one woman, and wait, stay abstinent, fulfill your dreams, become what you want to become, then start looking for a wife or a husband for the rest of your life, then have a great family with children, this, that. If you can't have any, adopt some, that's needed as well, this, that, right? Or just, that would be the right way to go, right? Yes? You do anything else, you're bullying children into things that you full well know will never make them happy that will make them into a sick, perverted human being. Why would any parent, any caring human being, want that for a younger human being? Just asking. So, but the class for bullies on how to not bully other people. Find out, why are you doing that? You never know what you're going to find, right? Yes? Makes more sense to me than, as I said, certain other classes. God's love and blessings always. Now, we'll talk to y'all another time.